In this video, we're going to be previewing the 8-9 matchup here in the Midwest region between the number 8 seed, the Utah State Aggies, and the number 9 seed, the TCU Horned Frogs. For the Utah State Aggies, they come into the NCAA tournament with a 27-6 record. They finished first in the regular season in the Mountain West Conference, and they lost in the tournament semifinals. This team is led by first-year head coach Danny Sprinkle, who came over from Montana State and brought a couple of really solid players with him from Bozeman. This is a downhill attacking offense that ranks 39th in the nation in offensive efficiency. They're 107th in the nation in pace. They love to get in the paint. They love to drive it to the rack. They're 12th in the nation in 2-point percentage offensively. They're 26th in the nation in free throw rate. They get to the free throw line a lot. They don't take a lot of threes, and that's partly because they're not very good from outside on the offensive end, just 32% from three as a team. On the defensive side of things, they are tremendous at defending the three-point arc. That's what they hang their hat on. They are third in the nation in three-point defense. They hold their opponents to 29% from beyond the arc. Now, the key player to look out for Utah State is their best player, Great Osabor, their junior forward who came over from Montana State and has dominated this year in his first year in the Mountain West. 18 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, while also averaging a block and a half and a steal and a half per game. He's a monster offensively, and he's a monster on the defensive end. Watch out for Great Osabor. Now, the concern for Utah State is when teams force them to be a jump shooting team. As I mentioned, they can struggle a little bit. They're not great from beyond the arc. Also, their paint defense can be lackluster at times. Defensively, they're 304th in the nation in 2-point defense. So a couple of concerns there for the Aggies. For TCU, coming in as a 9 seed here in this tournament, they're 21-12. They finished 7th in a tough Big 12 conference this year and lost in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament. This is a pretty balanced team offensively and defensively. They're 44th in the nation in offensive efficiency and 31st in the nation in defensive efficiency. Definitely a defensive-minded team, though, under Jamie Dixon. On the offensive end, this team loves to hit the offensive glass. They're 20th in the nation in offensive rebounding. The glass is going to be big in this matchup. They're also really good at moving the ball, 21st in the nation in assist rate. So they move it well, and they hit the glass on the offensive boards. Defensively, this is a very big group, which makes it tough at times, both inside and out of the arc, to score on them, and they make teams play iso ball. Teams rack up very few assists against them. It's a lot of one-on-one play against TCU. Now, the key player for the Horned Frogs is Emmanuel Miller, who is their 6'7" forward. This guy is their leading scorer and is really solid, can hurt you from inside and outside. Real Swiss Army knife, solid defensively as well. They are 7-2. The Horned Frogs are when he goes for 20 or more points. So if Miller has a good game, likely the Frogs will as well. Now, my concern for this TCU team is they do struggle when teams force them to slow it down and execute in the half court. This team likes to play in transition. Now, as far as this matchup goes, I think this is going to be a good one here in the Midwest in the 8-9 game. It's going to be a faster tempo. Expect a higher scoring game in this one. The rebounding battle is going to be huge between these two teams. Both teams are solid rebounding teams. TCU is going to need to beat Utah State on the glass if they're going to pull this game off. Utah State wants to get downhill. They want to get to the rim. Are they going to be able to do it against this TCU team? I do think that they will be able to do so. TCU does put teams on the free throw line quite a bit. Utah State wants to get to the free throw line as much as possible. They want to pack it in the paint and score as much down low as humanly possible. Utah State veteran team, a lot of, solid guards that have been around the block before. I mean, even the two guys that Danny Sprinkle took from Montana State, Great Osibor and Darius Brown, have been to the NCAA tournament the past 2 years. For that reason, and for all of those reasons, I am going to go with the Utah State Aggies representing the Mountain West to knock off TCU and move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.